Hello. Waka waka woo. Hello everyone. How are we doing? Lily, first. Yes, you are. Lily, second. Also. Right. How are we doing? I am ready. I have my tea. I have my biscuits. Cat is having zoomies, of course, right as stream starts. But what's different? 1 second. Catch the Xbox showcase. Yeah, you know how that was on before we started D&D last night? By the time we finished, it was still going. Or at least some version of it. There's just so many. There's just endless game live streams the last few days. I don't even know where like the differentiating lines are between them all. Like, when does one showcase start and another begin? That start and begin are synonyms of each other. I mean, end and begin. Shut up. Good evening. Hey, Cameron. At work, so just stopping by to say hi. Hope you all have a good week. I hope so too. I've done nothing so far. This has been a very unproductive past couple of days. Mostly because the wife has just been watching Netflix, and I mean, some of you may have seen my tweet. That wasn't a joke. It was like, let me have a look online and see what are some recommended TV shows. Oh, Game of Thrones. This sounds fun. Have you ever heard of it, Stephen? Yes, I have all the box sets. Oh yay, let's watch them together. Let me go find them at the bottom of the pit where I dumped them all. Let me dig them up out of the yard. She's currently on season 3. Almost at the Red Wedding. 90% of every game shown looked and felt exactly the same. It was either an old power is rising, followed by Man of Steel drums, or it was My Life is Shit, followed by sad piano music. Okay, sure. This lady better not die, because we're here for her specifically. So we're going to have to kill Shrek here. 1 second. He was not a part of the plan. Combat. Fuck. Oh, also, I've been playing a little bit off stream. Mostly just getting our gear sorted. Getting our enchantments all sorted for this glass armor that we've been collecting piece by piece. You gonna die? Fuck's sake. And of course the soul trap ran out of time by the end. Combat. Love it. Which is why we're here. So, I was going around town, off stream, and I found an archery trainer, but he told me that I was too good at this video game, and that there's only one person in the land who can teach me anymore. And it's apparently this lady.
Why do you bother me, stranger? You make far too much noise.
What? Game audio okay, by the way, before I continue. What games are people looking forward to then, anyway? Perfect Dark and South of Midnight look nice. I'm stoked for Gears of War, but I'm a bit disappointed that they've gone with a prequel with the OG cast. It feels a bit safe. Feels a bit member berries, maybe. I only saw a little bit of the Xbox thing, and my main takeaway was, wow, realistic war games are actually fucking gross, especially in today's climate. Yeah, we talked a bit about that, didn't we? We're well past the age of the military shooter. What I have discovered, I'm definitely not the first person to say this, but again, I made a tweet about it last night. What is it with a lot of recent games and being lathered in neon purple as their, like, main sort of colour choice? It was the Dragon Age reveal that really made me think this. Anyway, since nobody's answered me whether the game sounds okay, I'm going to assume it is. So we'll continue.
You have the right equipment. This is good. Now I can teach you properly.
This is the first time I'm speaking to you, lady. Hello?
The Colovian Highlands?
Okay, this woman, I have never spoken to this woman before. I ask her, hey, can you train me? And she's like, yes, I can train you properly. You have the right equipment. I've clearly skipped a step somewhere.
I'm willing to teach if you're willing to learn.
Oh, right. It's just to give her
Knowledge.
money. Fair enough. I thought there was going to be
I
like
can show
more
you
involved quest line here.
I'm willing to teach. I can
guess
show you
that's-
some new. I'm willing to
I
teach.
guess that's okay.
Bye.
Well, I was hoping for like a training, like a Rocky 4 training episode or something. I don't know. I've never seen any Rocky movie. But I guess we're just going to give her a bunch of money instead. Whack-a-woo. Oh god, Dragon Age looked like shite, you think? To be honest, I wasn't super... I think the fact that it was all cinematic and... You're upsetting the cat. Go away. The fact it was a cinematic and it looked very... stylized, I'll say? Cartoony, maybe? You know, no gameplay. I mean, I'm not against Dragon Age doing a different, like a change in art style. That's hardly the first time they'd have done that, but, yeah, not sure. Not sure. I guess I've always kind of wondered this. Why? You're 5 minutes behind. Oh, good job. I guess I've never really been sure what it is about the Dragon Age series that what I like. Like, what am I there for? I mean, I know what I'm there for, like, Fallout. You know, I'm there for the world and for big open world exploration. No, that's not really big open world exploration. Big world delving into roleplay, post-war survivor, dealing with factions. Yeah, you know, it's all that. When it comes to Elder Scrolls games, it's big open world exploration, immersive fantasy. Comes to Mass Effect, it's, you know, specifically those characters and that storyline with Shepard, which is probably why no Andromeda didn't really work for me. But with Dragon Age, like, what do I really like about it? And I don't know. First game, I was in it for the characters, for the party members. I don't really care about the world that much beyond it, which I've kind of realized with them, like spin-off anime and animations and stuff like that. Whoa! Really wasn't that into Inquisition. As much as I have played it a good bit, it was like, eh. I don't know. It's a weird one. And then I see it, and it's like, this game's going to be great. Look at all these new wacky companions we've got. We've written some really interesting, like, companion characters. You're going to love them. You can bang them. Ooh, which one do you want to romance? And I'm like, I don't know. There's a giant cow man.
Show me what you've got. That's the best you can do.
They're all bad. Okay. Deal with him. You're also a bandit. Hello, Logical Leaf. You have captured a soul. Good. Oh, look at that bulge. Anyway, what were we doing? Talking about video games. I think my big problem with the presentation was that the cinematics all seemed to be made by the same people. Same tones, same simulacrum of iconography, same dirge. You're using a lot of words, HD. That's a lot of words. Oh, okay, by complete coincidence, we happen to be on the road to the next main quest objective, so I guess we're doing main quest now. You like it because it's the fantasy equivalent of Mass Effect, but it never really hit that high for me, the way Mass Effect did. Maybe because each Dragon Age... So Mass Effect did like a 3-part space epic, where it was the same characters and the same storyline, and it worked. And then Dragon Age did like more of an anthology thing, where each game sort of... Like the Elder Scrolls games, each game is a different protagonist, different setting, different time. But like, I don't really care about the world that much. And at the same time, it doesn't do the Elder Scrolls thing of being like, we're gonna drop you in fucking Valenwood or elsewhere, and it's gonna be a whole new culture for you to explore. This is not really about the exploration in Dragon Age. I'm not saying I don't like them. I mean, you know I like the games, but I guess I've just never been able to put my finger on why. And why I don't love them. Like, they're always going to be a tier below, like my main franchises. You know, my Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Mass Effect. Dragon Age felt like they were trying to find an identity for the series. I think they got the feel right in the first one, but I prefer the art style from 2 onwards. Oh, absolutely. I said this on my stream as well. Like, the as much as the first one is my favorite by far, it's ugly as balls. It's got really bad art style. They definitely hit the nail in Dragon Age 2 and Inquisition. So, a quick reminder of what our actual quest here is. We are trying to open up a portal to Mankar Cameron's Plane of Oblivion, his so-called paradise. We needed the blood of a Daedra, which required us doing a Daedric quest. We needed the blood of a god, which required Tiber Septim's armor. And now we need a Great Welkin stone from an Iliad ruin. And here we are. Oh, goblins. Wait, did I kill it in one shot? I actually don't know. Are you okay? Yep, you're dead. Cool. It's so rare I kill things in one shot in this game. For a treat. Nice. I think for me the whole thing... Also, hi Sam. The whole thing's closer to generic fantasy, tends to not be my thing. Dragon Age 2 was the only game in the series that I play from watching. Yeah, I get that. I think Dragon Age Origins was a game that I hit at a certain time in my life. That I think you just needed to be the right age, the right point in time for that to really land. I feel like I don't have time for those kind of big RPGs. New ones, anyway. I can go back and play old games that I'm familiar with anytime, but like, as much as I am looking forward to playing Baldur's Gate 3, my biggest worry is like I am not going to get anywhere close to finishing this game anytime soon. It's going to be one that I'm going to have to drag myself through. Just because, you know, other things in life. So yeah, if I played a Dragon Age Origins now, I probably just wouldn't get through it. I try to be positive about new games, not shoot it down before I've tried it. I'm not being negative on the new game at all, personally. I really don't know what to think about it. I'm just a bit worried, like I say, or I think HD kind of said about the series and its identity. They seem to have, I mean, this game in particular has had a very troubled development. What's it called now? It's called like I want to call it like Veil Watch or something, if I know it's not that. Veil Guard. Yeah, there we go. It was originally Dreadwolf, and it was going to be focusing on Solus as this villain from the last game, and it was even going to be a multiplayer for a while. And it just goes to show, like, they've really been struggling to pin down what the hell this new game is even going to be. They've finally settled on, alright, no, we're going to do it single player, and it's going to be focusing on your party members. It's going to be all about the companions again, because everybody likes the companions. They're the main thing everyone likes from those games. And so obviously they demonstrated this in this Veilguard, yeah, in this cinematic, where it's like they did this like Borderlands style, every character shows up and in big text splashes on the screen, which I found a little bit weird, personally. I mean, I hope it's good. But if those characters aren't interesting, then, and they're really banking on, like, interesting party members that you're going to want to fuck, you know, it's not going to land for me. I mean, I didn't really care about the party members in Inquisition at all. There was, I don't know, like 3 maybe that I liked, and 2 of which were from the previous game. And a bunch were just like, what I call stay on the ship characters, to borrow a Mass Effectism. Characters who you recruit and then they spend the whole game staying on the ship. Like, what's the guy with the big hat in Inquisition? Cole? Is that his name? I don't think I took him on a mission on any quest once. Not even once. Across like 2.5 playthroughs. I bloody hate that we rarely get single-player games with small, fun multiplayer modes anymore. Mass Effect 3 was perfect for it. True. It's always going to be one thing or another. It's probably a development I mean, it's a big development cycle issue anyway. The fact that games have gotten so big, as we have all, you know, discussed and agree on, that they can't really spend time dedicating resources, development time to, like, let's just have a fun multiplayer mode that, you know, some people won't play. But that's fine. No, not got the time for it. It's a shame. Quick check. Ooh. That's a big jug of tea and drink in there. Is co-op a small multiplayer thing? Yeah, I guess. Like, bring back, if not split screen co-op, which, like, you know, I would love to see in more games, but just isn't really going to be a thing much anymore for practical reasons. You know, nobody spends time with friends in person anymore. Bring back, like, single player campaigns that you have the option of just playing online with somebody. You know? I was playing through Resistance 3 a little while ago, and I think all 3 of those games, actually, you have the option of just playing through the single-player campaign co-op. Like, you just kind of, like, never have to explain why there's another person with the main character. They never show up in the cutscenes or anything, but they're there during combat. It's basically the Sven co-op approach. Instead, a lot of your co-op games are more like, you know, horde mode type things. Dark Tide. I don't know. I can't remember what the big ones are these days, but you know what I mean. That kind of game. Fucking, what was the vampire one? Speaking of games that are always lathered in purple. Redfall. I played through Resistance 1 co-op, so did I. Do you just have, like, random black guy who's also there, but never explained in any cutscenes? The one black guy in the US Army, for some reason. They made it woke. That was a joke. Gears or Far Cry co-op, that kind. Not familiar. I wonder who the first black soldier to enlist in the US Army was. That is an actual historical question. Go find out, Lily. Report back. I mean, well, I guess they might have some trouble there, because there's surely going to be some militia members who joined up with the Continental Army during, like, the Revolutionary War. There must have been. But then, like, does that count as the US Army, or... blah, 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 blah. It gets complicated. To Google! Yes. Sorry, somebody asked a question about that, Atomfall. Here we are. I legit thought the trailer for Atomfall was a trailer for Fallout London until I saw the name. I didn't actually watch that trailer. I was distracted at the time. I think I was making maps for D&D. So I only caught, like, the title reveal at the end. Why am I bothering to fight the skeletons? I don't actually know. They're beneath me. Right, what are we looking for? Probably way back up that ledge. You talking about Dragon Age the same way I talk about Metal Gear Solid. I don't like MGS5. I can't get through MGS4 if I play it today. It's always hard to know how much of this is just like a nostalgia thing for ourselves. You know, we love an earlier game in the series, and then we're never going to be happy with anything that comes out after. Versus what is legit just, it's not as good. You know? As long as you're introspective on the fact, hopefully you can kind of parse those two options out. I mean, I try to be fair on games. I do try not to be just new thing bad. I mean, hell, I kind of like Fallout 76 these days. Still got my issues with 4, and I think my opinion on that's pretty much solidified as, nah. Don't really like it. Kind of like 76 more, to be honest. So I don't think that's just a new game bad thing. Yeah, same Sam. And like, I don't know, Andromeda versus the original Mass Effect trilogy. I'll tell you what, with this Veilguard Dragon Age game coming out in, you know, reasonable time, I suppose, given that it's been in development for fucking, I don't even remember how long now, that means it's going to be the next Mass Effect game next. We've only had a couple teaser trailers so far. We know nothing about the game besides that. Can only hope that it's not shit. The first black American to fight in the Marines. Well, that's the Marines. Unless you mean like, oh wait, hold on, no, that makes sense maybe. Like Continental Navy Marines. Was John Martin, the slave of a Delaware man, recruited in April 1776 without his owner's permission by Captain of the Marines Miles Pennington. Wonderful. And now we've learnt something. I think Boston as a setting needs to be banned forever. True. Sorry if I already asked this, but did you see Summer Games Fest? And if so, anything of interest to you? Well, we're kind of just generally talking about all of the game reveals over the last few days. I don't remember which one was from which, you know, stream. There was the Xbox reveal last night. There was Summer Games Fest before that. God, I am lost. I just can't seem to find any way through here. Doesn't help that I keep getting distracted by chat, but you know, that's the joys of being a streamer. Sure we came up this way. I just want to know how to get on this blimmin' platform in the middle. Okay, 2 right turns. Yeah, as for anything that interests me, I don't know. To be honest, I've kind of forgotten what there was. Or was he talking about Dragon Age already? Oh, there was that, I actually added it to my Steam, because it was free. I forgot what it's called now. It was something dungeon? It was like that dungeon crawly type game. Like PvP VE thing. Okay, I'm just gonna sneak past. Not give a fuck about these people. Ooh, hold on. Is this hiding something? I think it is. I see a button. Delicious in dungeon, I wish. That could make a fun game. Oh no, I think we're on to the last episode. What day is this? This is Monday. Shit, last episode there this week. And then I'm gonna have to kill myself until something else comes out. The only sport I was ever interested in was football. I don't know why we're talking about sports now. Weren't that much revealed during Summerfest. It was mostly updates to existing games. Wait a minute. I have a friend who is a Gears fan. He got a tear in his eye when he saw the trailer. I fucking wish I could have an emotional reaction like that to a game. in current year. Sheesh. Gimme. I think I probably felt like that with, like Mass Effect Andromeda reveal trailer or something. And I haven't let myself love since. Civ 7? Well, considering I really haven't played much Civ 6 since it released, I think I'll be giving that one a pass. Is squash a sport or an exercise? It's a fruit. Isn't that what you southerners call diluting juice? Squash. Give me a glass of squash. I don't know why I'm giving you accents like that. What do they call it in America? What do you call diluting juice in America? Or do you not have it? If anyone is interested, the Ubisoft stream starts at 8. Why would you advertise another stream during my stream? It's okay. This is treason. the highest order. God, I love being able to ragdoll things in this. It's the only saving grace of this build. Yeah. I'm still watching, unless there's a new Mario and Rabbids game announced. Unlikely. Otherwise, you have my undivided attention. Good. Hearing you guys talk about games, you are very focused on the negative. That's why you don't have an emotional reaction. You write it off before you've tried. Am I particularly negative? Because I don't think I am. I know, like, generally, as a collective, we're fairly negative. Like, chat included, but I don't think I've said too much. I kind of just said earlier, like, I try to, not be too down on, like, new things. Or things being different. Oh yeah, the Doom game, that looked good. Though I still haven't played, Infinite. Infinite? Eternal, sorry. There's too many games that have, like, subtitles that are like that, isn't there? Where are we going? You know, I don't want to be a font of negativity by any means, but I also don't want to be accused of being, like, unreasonable by not, like, I don't know, hyping up things that don't necessarily deserve hype at this point. I don't know, I just haven't seen anything that's particularly, like, let's take Dragon Age, for instance. I saw the trailer. I'm like, yeah, it's a Dragon Age game. I'm not saying anything bad about it, but I can't really, like, get all, ooh, pumped up, yeah, it's gonna be great. Ooh, 'cause Barrick's in it. I like him, he's alright. It's got Harding, ooh. It's like, okay. Sorry, I just can't do it. Not everything's a conspiracy. Who's saying it's a conspiracy? Oh, I only wish... I hope I don't spend too much negativity. I only wish to promote skepticism towards the game industry, not the game makers. Yeah, they deserve the skepticism. I don't think that's a conspiracy to say so. I mean, we've seen declining quality. It's pretty objective. We've seen how they treat the people they work that work for them. Stairs are operated remotely. Okie dokie. Avowed is a game I'm looking forward to, hoping it's better than Outer Worlds. Need it to be the Jedi Fallen Order of fantasy games, whatever that means. But yeah, agreed. No, I've seen a lot of people, like, were talking down Avowed. Oh no, it was... Oh, who was it? There was some, like, in-the-know game reviewer who's a part of, like, a panel of streamers. And he said he got a hands-on preview of the game and was not very impressed by its actual mechanics, which has me a little worried, but I'm definitely willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. Right, we came down this way. Let's try left. Ah, there we have it. It's a trap! Wait a minute, I didn't realize these things had a walk animation. Did you guys see that? This guy, you know, the ghosts who float around, he was running at me. And then when he got a certain distance, he just went like, oh no, I'm floating. Ooh, I'm a big scary ghost. He had a sprint animation. You big poser. You big larper. Oh. Don't tell me that's my way. Fucking hell, I hate this game. Alright, we do have an alternative, at least. That's just not doing damage, is it? Jesus Christ. I suppose I can just leave. Or not, because the door's locked. Oh! Avowed as obsidian, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Obsidian are a bit of a victim of their own success, aren't they? Like, they make New Vegas, a game that's pretty universally beloved, and suddenly they can't make anything else without it being compared to that. When that's really an outlier from the kind of things they would normally do. You know, I have played some of their other games. I played, like, Pillars of Eternity, and Outer Worlds was, like, the closest thing to a sort of mainstream release they've had in a long time. I mean, I definitely expect Avowed is going to have some good RPG mechanics, because they usually do. I've yet to see an Obsidian game which doesn't at least have that. It might not be... I mean, people might have to temper their expectations. This is not going to be Elder Scrolls 6, you know, in terms of scale. And that's perfectly fine with me. Give me a fairly good, well, sort of tight-knit, well-constructed... smaller scale RPG, and I'll be happy. With a lot of good role-playing opportunities and character creation, as long as it's got good character creation. Tell you what, there's a legit criticism I will throw against Outer Worlds. Shite. Shite. No, there was more to it. Shite selection of like weapons and armor. New Fable, that looked alright. Hope it relaunches the series. Should be called Fable 4, but I get why it isn't. Because, I don't know. Game studios are allergic to putting numbers at the end of their games these days. Almost there. Tell you what, if we level up... Okay, you know what? Let's spend just a minute to get ourselves leveled up, and then we're going to go back to that lady who does the archery training, and we'll get another 5 levels out of her. Whilst I love Baldur's Gate 3, I did find weapon variety was a teeny bit lacking, which is one of the problems with John Fantasy games. You'll have to kind of tell me what it was like. Was it just that there was like I don't know, did you just not have the variety of, like, let's say like a Souls game, where you have spears and lances and flails and all this sort of stuff? Was it just like the bog standard axe, mace, sword, bow? Or was that there wasn't much variety of axes and swords and maces and bows? Alright, I'm stopping combat so that I can get out of here, please. Can I just mace, sword, axe? Yeah. Yeah, that's a shame. I'm just trying to get far enough away from whatever is engaged in combat with me so that I can fast travel. And in doing so, I'm going to end up running into more enemy. Yep, I'm going to run into more enemies. Oh, this is tedious. Alright, Kvatch is nearby. At least I can get there. John Pugilist. The one time I played as an actual player in D&D, I was playing as a monk, and it was a lot of fun. So, I do imagine that would be a good build for Baldur's Gate. There's also spears and clubs and great swords and magic items. As long as there's spears. Not enough games have spears in them. Like, the fact that they got rid of spears for this game, when Morrowind had them, was like the biggest crime against art that has ever been. Yep, he is still chasing us. Everything is chasing us. Can they just fucking lay off, please? I don't really want to spend another 37 arrows to kill one enemy. And we have two. Please just leave me alone. I want to sleep. I want to sleep. I need to level up. Spears and halberds. Yep. Speaking of spears and halberds, how would you guys feel about a Morrowind stream in future, once we're done with this? Maybe not like right after.
I want to stay
Might want to play something else, something which isn't like an RPG, which takes fucking 6 months to get through. We're still being attacked. I mean, I've said in the past that I felt like Morrowind might not be a good stream game. Because it is, I don't know, a bit stiff animation-wise and everything else. Visual stimulation might not be there. But at least it's a game that I know pretty well. And has better combat than this. I'll fucking stand by that. Please just leave me alone. Why is she able to sleep with enemies nearby, but I can't? Please. I reckon it's gonna fucking spawn through that door in a second. Tell you what, I'm having a biscuit. I should get a restraining order. This is ridiculous. I run from about here. I run from here to here, trying to get away from enemies. Please, just leave me alone.
The council will help us.
Please, leave me alone until after the experiment. It's a shame Morrowind Online is a nightmare to set up, as I do want to fully do that someday. I mean, the good thing about Morrowind Online, at least it was the case last time we played it, which was like a few years ago, is that I could stream a playthrough of it on my own. And then if you wanted to join, I could literally just load my save, if I remember right. And we could just carry on where we left off, you know? It would be like summoning somebody in a Souls game, almost. Like, you just kind of, like, drop in. This is getting stupid now. Please go away. There shouldn't be any enemies here. Fucking hell. There we go. Right. Back to this person's camp. Fucking ridiculous. I literally loaded Harold back in the day. Yeah, that were very short-lived series playthrough character. Oh wow, what a brilliant level up. 2 points. That's it, I guess. Great. Where is she? Oh, where the fuck is she? I was off stream, doing a bit of like kind of leveling in my own time. No questing or anything. And while I was doing it, I got a message that the archery trainer has died. You can no longer gain any archery training. Because she'd wandered off into the woods and gotten killed by a bear or something. Where the fuck is she? I've not played any Elder Scrolls, but I like the setting and of course the music. I'm going to watch some Elder Scrolls 3. Well, if you like the music, Elder Scrolls 3 has, in my opinion, the best. Or at least it has this soothing ambience that just kind of like warms my soul. Can't explain it. Right, I guess I'll wait. I don't know, 14 hours for her to show up at our camp again. I fucking hate this game. The fact, I understand like immersion and all that, Todd, but the fact that you gave every NPC ridiculous schedules where they'll be like, oh, at 6 a.m. they go for tea at so-and-so's house. And then they go for a walk by the lake outside town. And it's like, I just need to know where the guy is. So that I can get training or whatever. How about if I could decipher what every NPC's doing at any given fucking time? Another reason why Morrowind is better. If you want to find somebody, they're just in their house. And they're there, day or night, standing there, menacingly. They don't sleep. They don't eat. It was better that way. She's probably dead. I think she's fucking dead. Well, I've literally spent a day of my life now in character, waiting at this person's camp, and they have not shown up, so I think she's dead. Thanks, game. Thanks, Todd. Well, no more archery training for us. The stream title was a lie. Let's go back to, Let's go back. Oh, but Steven, I thought you liked when characters could die. You praise Morrowind for that? Yeah, I like it in Morrowind because I can kill them. I don't want the world to kill them. If I need a character to complete a bloody quest line, or buy an item which only they have, or get training that only they can provide. I don't want to live in the knowledge that they can just fall off a cliff in their own time, off screen somewhere. Because that's a pain in the arse.
With all due respect, sire, there must be another way.
What do you need, friend?
The risk is too great.
I know the risk. I was at Kvatch. But there is no other way. We have no choice.
The Countess will never agree to it.
She will. She must.
Very well. The blades are, as always, at your disposal.
What do you need, friend?
Ah, here you are. I have good news. The sword.
Looking drippy.
You're back. And you've got the Great Stone.
I do have great stones.
You did. I can count on you. I never thought to see a great Welkin stone. As beautiful as all the old tales tell. But of course its beauty is a mask for its deadly power, like everything crafted by the Aelids. Now, we need only one more item, and we'll be ready to open a portal to Manca Cameron's realm.
Sorry, I just saw your comment there, HD. You enjoyed watching the Soulsborne games. Something about them is really compelling to watch, not play. I do need to play Dark Souls 3 at some point. Because I've still, as much as I like those games, Dark Souls 3, for whatever reason, just doesn't grab me. Saying that, actually, you know what? Alternative to Morrowind as the next game we play. Because the Elden Ring DLC is coming out end of this month. We could do that. We could stream Elden Ring. Either like a right from the start level 1 character, or I just put up one of my old characters and we just do the DLC. Demon's Souls? Sam streamed Demon's Souls already.
I should have seen it sooner. It's the counterpart to the Great Welkin Stone, just as the first two were the opposed powers of the Daedra and the Divines. Welkin stones contain the concentrated power of Mundus. Their counterparts are sigil stones.
Well, I've got a bunch of them
used to hold open Oblivion gates.
I've got a bloody bag full of
Great
sigil stones.
Sigil stone, then.
Oh, a great
is what
one.
we
Never mind.
require.
What's the catch?
You're not going to like it. Joffrey doesn't like it. The Countess of Bruma certainly isn't going to like it.
Yeah.
Great sigil stones are the anchors of great gates. The kind of gate the mythic Dawn opened at Kvatch. The kind of gate the mythic Dawn wants to open here to destroy Bruma. I said you weren't going to like it. The risk is great, I know. I was at Kvatch. I saw the terrible power of the Daedric siege engine. But we have no choice. The only way to recover the Amulet of Kings is to allow the mythic Dawn to proceed with their plan to attack Bruma. No. I'll lead the defense of Bruma myself. If I am to be Emperor, it's time I started acting like one. Remember when we first met in Kvatch? I still don't know if there is a divine plan, but I've come to realize that it doesn't matter. What matters is that
Martin, Kvatch was just a
that we do
scamp
what's
breakout.
right when confronted with evil. That's what you did. Were you acting for the...
Yeah, the Siege of Kvatch were back then. Do you remember those days? Back at like episode 1 or 2 when all we had to fight was scamps. This guy's voice sounds familiar. It's cause it is Sean Bean. It's Eddard Stark. It's Boromir. He's going to die before this game is over. It's Eddard Stark from the hit show Gamble Thran.
Please, my friend. I need your judgment, not your obedience. I explained myself to you, so
I
you
didn't say anything about you.
and so you
I
can.
just
explain
mentioned
to
Game
the
of Thrones.
Countess.
Sorry, Gamble Thran.
I'm afraid she may take a bit more convincing than you.
Oh no, you've already seen that. This was Ned Stark. He's dead by now on your end. He died in season 1, remember? Yeah, he's in my game. The actor. He's voicing Martin Septim, Emperor of Tamriel. I'm just saying words at you. Okay.
Good. Have her meet me in the Chapel of Talos for a council of war.
I'm not telling you. Sorry, she keeps asking me every time a new character shows up in Game of Thrones. She's like, "Are they gonna die? 3 dragons get hatched. Are they all gonna die?" It's like, I'm not gonna fucking tell you. I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you who's taking the throne. You wouldn't like the answer anyway. Shite. I have that on record. That was a threat. Home violence. I'm living in fear. We need wife cam. She's free to come through here and say hi if she wants. Have you told your missus how off the rails Game of Thrones get? Yeah, I have explained, without getting into details, why I had to, how do we say, dig up my old box sets of seasons 1 to 7, and why I don't have a box set of season 8. Dig them up from the bottom of the well. Is Martin wearing the amulet? No, the amulet is the thing we're needing to get at this point. It's in the hands of Mancor Cameron. And we're trying to get a portal to his paradise. Well, we're not going to do the big battle today, are we? Or are we? Come to think of it, how much of this game is left? No. No. I'll tell you what, next week we can do, like, all the rest of the main quest, I think. I don't think there's that much left. We'll just do it all as one big dump, which means for now, let's do something else. We could continue the Thieves Guild questline, but to be honest, I'm kind of happy just abandoning that one. Do we want to do... Yeah, sorry, the Knights of the Nine DLC. How about that one? So we already started it. The attack on the Anvil Chapel. And we were told we needed to go on a pilgrimage to all the... Here we are. All the shrines of the 9 divines. The shrines of the 9 divines. If the map's going to tell us where they are. No? Good God. I'm going to have to find them manually? Really? He gave me a map of the Pilgrim's Way to help me locate the shrines. Did he? Did he fucking see them? I was do the pilgrimage to the way shrines of the divines. He gave me a map. Once I have visited the way shrine for each 9 divine, I may receive... Okay, I guess I'm just going to bring up a map on, here. Oh, and this one even tells you which one is to which divine, so that's handy, because I know that I've done Akatosh already? Yes. Okay. It seems to be one outside each town, more or less. Roughly. Corresponding to one outside each town. Hello, Neil. Oh, I see it. Yeah, like I say though, I'll need to make a poll maybe in the next couple of weeks. Because we're not quite at the end of this game yet. We still have to do the Shivering Isles DLC, which will be the last thing we do. So there may still be another, I don't know, 2 weeks at least? 2-3 weeks? And then after that, we can finally move on to something else. What level am I on anyway? I am a level 28 cunt. That's not bad. And it's doing this again. Okay. Shit. Okay, no. We need to repair our weapon before we do anything else. Get out of here. That's just a man in a costume. You're a what? Did I stutter? Malik. Whoa, Stephen, how do your headphones stay on your ears? There's no strap between them. Camouflaged. It was the best duct tape we have in the house. It's military grade duct tape. If you scrap it, you get ballistic fiber.
Well met. What can I interest you in?
A little Fallout 76 joke for you.
I'm pretty handy.
That ought to do it.
Good day.
Would you say you stuck with this game initially because you wanted to just get through a game without binning? I mean, I don't think I'm short of games, you know, completing games. I'm reasonably good at getting through games without binning them. No, I've not really had any sense of
Go ahead.
not wanting to finish this game. I've got my issues with its combat mechanics, but besides that, I'm enjoying it. It was more of a let's get through it in decent time because there is so much content. If I wanted to approach this the same way I was like Fallout 3, where I have a list of every side quest, and I'm like, let's go through let's do every quest there is to do in this entire game, let's maximize content, we would be here for a couple of years at the pace that we've been going. So, like, we're not doing the Mages Guild, we're not doing the Fighters Guild, we've abandoned the Thieves Guild, I'm not doing all of the the Daedric quests, we've only done a handful of those. Yeah, there's just too much in this game. And I wanted to get it done, like, around... We're going to be part 15 next week, right? That would have been, ideally, if asked before we started, when I would have liked to wrap it up. How far is the wife into Game of Thrones? Finishing Season 3, probably tonight. Nope, it's dead. I just ragdolled it. Have you seen sun bears before? They literally look like a guy in a costume. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was... That's why I said it. They are very strange looking animals. Who's talking to me? Somebody's yelling at me. Some loser. Aha, now I make him... Now I've covered him in fart gas. Take that. What is that haircut, dude? Put him out of his misery. Ah, shit. Ooh, that reminds me. I've been, gradually leveling up my alteration skills so I can start using a feather spell. It's taken a while. Oh, where is this shrine? It's somewhere around here. Aha! Is glass a better bow than Daedric? No, I don't think so. Actually, I don't know. So when it comes to armor, glass is the best light armor. Daedric is the best, I think, heavy armor. But when it comes to weapons, I don't know which one takes priority. I think Daedric is the best. I think it's just heavier, maybe. Okay, that was Mara. Now it's RK, which is around here somewhere. Steven, you've had the same haircut for the last I'm sorry, did you see the guy's hair? It was the monk hair. The bowl cut with the bald spot on top. Talk shit about my hair. Fucking ban your ass. I don't care that you've been one of our most loyal followers. 5-minute timeout. Steve, would you ever play any of the recent Zeldas? Not really, to be honest. I do have Breath of the Wild. I played it a bit. It was alright. Didn't really grab me. Tears of the Kingdom. They're very freewheeling, open-world experiences. I love them, but probably will never play them again. I'll probably like get back to playing Breath of the Wild at some point. You know, every now and again, I just feel that I feel like I really need to just play something, something new, and I'll look at what I have on the shelf, and I'll be like, I've never actually finished this game, or I haven't played this game since I was 12. Let's see how it holds up, and then you know, I'll go through it. Might be a few years, but it'll happen eventually. Definitely not a stream game, though. Not a stream game. Yeah. Whoa! Got really into Breath of the Wild for a long time, but I've not played in ages. Did not finish it. I love the sense of freedom they gave, allow me a chance to climb stuff, and I'm happier than a pig in a proverbial. Nah, I get that. Uh-oh. Can I go back to my good bowl? That's better. How many are left? Bloody hell. So we've got basically all the ones on the west of the continent. Somewhere over here. If Steven's going to play anything Nintendo, it'll be Metroid. There's a point. I really do need to stream Super Metroid one of these days. Except Nintendo insists on not letting me buy it. It's like, please, Nintendo, just take my money so I can play this one game. How about you join our subscription service to play all of our older games? No, I just want to play this one. Just the one, thank you. No? Fine, I'll just pirate it then. Have you thought of playing Baldur's Gate? You... Probably, yeah, you weren't here when we were talking about it. I do have Baldur's Gate now. Lily gifted me it like a couple of streams ago. I do not have the install space for it at the moment, though, unfortunately. So I'm not going to be able to start playing until I have finished my current video, anyway. Oh, also, hello to Hans. What's up? I just got home from having a drink at the kebab shop. You drink at the kebab shops? Western game dev moment. It totally is. Did you see that the new Call of Duty game has like a 300 gigabyte install? Huh. Hello.
You approach the shrine of Hercene. Are you hunter or are you prey?
Who starts a conversation like that?
Do you think yourself a hunter? Then approach the shrine of Hercene. Leave our lord an offering. Leave an offering of the pelt of a bear or the pelt of a wolf. Or perhaps you will learn what it is.
Okay. Do I have? I killed so many bears and wolves, but I don't bother skinning them. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Next time I see one, I guess. The new Call of Duty is just outright anti-consumer. 300 bloody gigabytes. It's quite ridiculous. Sam, baby, you can finally co-op Baldur's Gate with Steven. I couldn't see myself co-oping it. I mean, I could see myself co-oping it for a bit, but like a full playthrough? Fuck no. I mean, who's actually finished the game in their own time? Never mind, like, organizing and coordinating with somebody else. It's bad enough with D&D. Get ragdolled. Get ragdolled. Oh, you know what? Since I'm in the neighborhood. May I recommend some old games? A compilation of the Rocket Knight Adventures games is out tomorrow. 3 games. First one is one of the best 2D platformers ever. Okay. Not heard of it.
Show me what you've got. Take that!
I suppose I'm always down for trying weird, different things. A reminder, if you go through my Twitter, you can find my my games list account, where I do, for the last like year or so, I've been keeping track of any game I stream or play in my own time, and I write little reviews for them. Most recently... Oh, fuck, I'm going to get interrupted by this asshole. Most recently, I've been playing Vampire Survivors. Thanks to Brockman, who gave me a Xbox... what's it called? Game Pass free trial. Tried the game for a couple of weeks, and then bought it immediately afterwards.
The hare crouches before the fox's muzzle. Perhaps I shall task you, mortal. Set you to hunt for my amusement.
To be honest, playing co-op, you miss out a lot of character interactions in Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, I would have guessed that. Because you're more like, it's about interacting with real people, but that's no fun.
In Arcane Grove is a quarry worthy of the chase. First named, last tamed. The unicorn runs wild there.
And yes, Vampire Survivors is very fun.
Bring
highly
me this
addictive.
creature's horn, mortal, if you dare.
Okay. Hunt a unicorn. Why not? Maybe if I'm passing by, I'll be passing by. It's in this direction where we're looking for the Shrine of Zenithar anyway. 3D platformers for the most part. Had Mario on the Game Boy and Yoshi's Story on the N64, but that's mostly it. 2D platformers. How much of that buy really? I guess Abe's Odyssey counts, technically. Okay, there's the unicorn. Something even rarer than a unicorn right now. It's the rare awoken cat. It's on the move. Baldur's Gate 3 would be getting in trouble because of it. Oh, there is no way in hell I am streaming Baldur's Gate 3. I am playing that in my own time. Oh, for fuck's sake. Wait, is it dead? Did you kill it? I thought these things were like guardians of nature or some shit. Jesus. Anyway, thanks, I guess. I don't think Hercene will know that I wasn't the one who killed it. I have killed the unicorn. Sure you did. Sure you did. Anyway, I'm looking for the Shrine of Zenithar while I'm here. I imagine BG3 co-op will be something I experience in like 5 to 6 years' time. In 5 or 6 years, or it will take 5 or 6 years? Both. I was going to say, I've known you, long enough, Stephen, to know you'd try to screw somebody in... Huh? You'd try to screw somebody in Baldur's Gate 3 in your playthrough. You mean bang a companion? Well, obviously. I mean, if you don't, you're not playing the game right. I thought you were meaning, like, if I was playing co-op, I'd be trying to screw over somebody. If that's what you meant, then no. Definitely, you've got me pegged wrong. One of the reasons I don't want to finish Divinity Original Sin 2 is because I'm pretty sure from what I've heard spoiler-wise, you're expected to screw over your party members. You meant bang. Good. Well then yes, obviously.
Well met.
I mean, imagine playing like a Mass Effect or a Dragon Age or a Baldur's Gate and not banging a companion. Like, what are you, a verge?
You too.
You big verge. Real men romance fictional video game characters and make it their entire personality. You disagree? What? It's weird. Larian games I find quite fun, but they can get a bit daunting. Yeah. Okay. She's meowing at the wife now. Her problem.
Yes, Hunter. Make your offering. Did you taste its flesh and drink its blood? Never waste the spoils of a kill. You've pleased me, Hunter. Take my token and wear it well. Hereafter, take your prey and whisper my name.
No, I don't think I will. What did I get? That may have been the easiest Daedric quest of them all, to be honest. Savior's Hide. Wow, it looks like shit. I mean, everything looks like shit in this game, if we're being honest. Stendar, Kinnereth, Julianos. Julianos over here. I guess we'll get that one. Ah yes, screw over my friends? No, you got me all wrong. But bang a companion? Ah yes, you know me so well. Yeah. I think it really helps that Act 2 of Baldur's Gate 3 is such a tour de force that you really can't read the rest of your comment because there's a big love heart in the way. Can't but feel pumped to be Act 3. Yeah. Well, that is good to hear. Like, when I do get around to playing it, I am going to, like, do my best to, like, set out. I might even have to, like, set out time. Like, Wednesday nights. Sorry, I can't do anything else. I gotta play Baldur's Gate 3 for a few hours. Make it a schedule, otherwise it'll fall by the wayside, you know? The way I treat these streams, or I'm starting to treat D&D. She's getting very annoying. No. No. No escape. No escape for you. You meow too much. This is your punishment. Nope. You are now a prop. A prop for my stream. Serious question. Would you... We're still talking about this? Would you ban companions in these RPGs if the act had to be an interactive minigame? I remember Fahrenheit by David Cage, why am I not surprised, having such a scene and it felt really yucky. Yeah, that sounds disgusting, and if it's from David Cage, that explains it all. In my experience, once you start Baldur's Gate 3, you don't stop till you're done. I currently have 2 complete playthroughs. Okay, that sounds good. I mean, maybe it'll end up being like an Elden Ring situation, where I played through that game for the first time and was so drained by it, so exhausted by just the sheer amount there was, especially compared to like the other Souls games, that I'm just like, I don't think I'm going to play this again anytime soon at all. And then I ended up making another character, and then another one, and another one, and now I've played it like 4 times, or I don't know, 3 or 4 times to completion, and like 6 times to, you know, in total, to any significant amount. Oh, where is this? I'm in the right place, right? Somewhere around here. Oh, I think I spotted it. I saw the marble. I got halfway through Act 3 for the first time. I immediately restarted the game. When I got halfway through Act 3 for the first time, I immediately restarted the game. I just had to redo everything and make better choices. Could not live with... Okay, now I'm a little bit concerned. I mean, how bad could it be? Ugh. Bad as in people dying, I'm guessing, or worse. Horrible life choices coming back to bite you. Right, Kinnereth. I have nothing nearby, Jesus. It's a big blank space on the map. Completely unexplored territory. Stroll through the hills now. My camera, okay. I can't actually see myself because my screen is dedicated to this map now. Okay. One of the best things about Baldur's Gate 3, in my opinion, is the mods. I mean, I certainly won't be playing it modded the first time. You just want to go in vanilla and experience it all properly. Sorry, talking about Baldur's Gate 3 mods, I have to say the only example of them I've had the unfortunate experience of seeing was the one that made What's her name? The green lady. Lazelle or something? Something L. Yeah, it was like her fixed, and it just made her face look like generic woman. Just removed all distinguishing features, but green. It's like, what have you done? This was a war crime. Don't forget White Will. Oh no. It's like this sorry, it was this fucking like Fallout 4 mods. Wait, what was the... Oh, we streamed this, didn't we? Am I remembering right? Did we not, like, at one point, I screen shared, on stream, like, a racist Fallout 4 modding website? It was, like, all mods that were kicked off of Nexus for being, like, blatantly fucking, like, Nazi-esque. And one of them was, like, immersive Fallout 4 NPCs. And I was like, okay, well, what is this exactly? Well, given that Fallout 4 is based on, like, the 1950s, it's not. We made it more accurate to the 1950s. The 1950s did have black people in it. So, yeah, basically, we got rid of all the black NPCs. Made them white. It's like, you fuck, absolute. Basedmods.com, that was it. Fucking shite. Abysmal. Uh-oh. Be gone. Where could this be? Seems to be near the lake. Fortunately, the map that I'm using is kind of low res. Can't actually get any higher. I think it's down here somewhere. Now imagine doing this without a map. Imagine it's like, all right, guys, we're gonna do the DLC today. We got to do the Pilgrim's Way. We got to find all the shrines. Wandering for 5 hours, just hoping we randomly come across them. Absolute shite. It's not in there. That would, admittedly, be kind of clever if it was. Oh, there it is. I really hate how Twitter seems to amplify the voices of dumb, hateful people who claim they're being oppressed and censored for their hateful views all the time. Is this because they all have Twitter Blue? And so it's now an inbuilt feature of Twitter where they get amplified by giving Elon money. But yes. It's also like hate bait, isn't it? It's hard to tell, like, when you see some really, really dumb posts. I'm not even going to, like, give examples, but y'all got one in your head, probably, if you use Twitter right now. You see some really bad posts. It's like, how much of these are sincere, or how much of these are just for engagement? And what's worse? Speaking of removed mods, I remember when everyone made a fit when they removed the Spider-Man Remastered Flag mod. The mod that shouldn't have been made in the first place. Was this the one that got rid of the pride flags? Or something? It's because Twitter is now run by a dumb, hateful arsehole. Yes, yes. I love being the savior of free speech. Saying cis is now a slur. You will be banned. Yeah. Right, where exactly do we need to go? Hard to tell, but it looks like we're standing right on it. Yes, we are. Haha. Are we done? Rejoice! You've completed the pilgrimage of the 9 way shrines, and your sins have been washed clean. Wow, that was easy. I've killed so many people. I should pray and wait for a vision to guide me on my quest.
Hail, knight! You seek my relics with a worthy heart.
That's just Sheogorath again.
Hey, you. Finally awake.
Have woken me from my endless dream. Or perhaps you have entered my dream, and I still sleep. I think others have sometimes spoken to me. Others like you, but my memory is doubtful.
Alright, catch you later, Logical Leaf.
Perhaps the others came after you. Your need must be great for the gods to allow us to speak. Has Umaril the Accursed found a way back? The foulest of a foul race.
Oh, hello.
1,000 curses upon his unholy name. I thought I'd won, but I should have known. The slave masters are a cunning breed. Umaril found a way to cheat death as I could not. If you would seek...
He's saying a lot of words.
I know little that can help you. All that has passed since my death is like mist that my mind cannot take hold of.
Unskippable dialogue.
My friends built a shrine upon the site of my death.
Isn't that the Sun Knight from Dark Souls? Solaire. Similar helmet.
Revenge. I can show you where it once...
This is giving me flashbacks to Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen's ending. Huh.
Fare thee well, Sir Knight. May the gods grant you to destroy.
What? I can't hear you. You walked away while you were... Come back, Solaire. So speaking of killing all the elves, I shared this with Sam like yesterday. I was reading some article on the latest Elder Scrolls Online expansion, and it was talking about how it was like tone deaf, like horribly tone deaf, and da-da-da-da. And I said, oh, well, let's read. What exactly did they do wrong? So apparently, it's like the Gold Road or something, and it's taking you to... If I say anything wrong, it's because I didn't really read that much into it. So anyway, as far as I'm aware, you're going to Valenwood, which is Wood Elf territory. And in Valenwood, you meet a new faction. They're called, like, the... I don't know... the Restoration or the Resurgence or something like that. And they're basically a faction of Wood Elves who, according to this article, are trying to bring back their ancient Ayleid culture. Which, okay, fair enough. The problem, according to the article, is that they're presented as the villains. You know, they're led by a Daedra-worshipping, psychopath, and they're all murderers and cannibals. Which, okay, they're Wood Elves, you know, it's just redundant, isn't it? And how, like, why is it the Elder Scrolls paints these downtrodden cultures who are just trying to, like, rebuild their cultures that have been destroyed by, like, the human empire? And I'm reading this, and I'm like, right, I understand where you're coming from, but Elder Scrolls is the one fucking franchise that you can't pull that card on. Because elves fucking suck in the Elder Scrolls. Like, this isn't Dragon Age, where yes, the elven cultures are like genuinely oppressed, and humans are kind of arseholes. No, in Elder Scrolls, elves suck. Elves are monsters. I mean, you give the Thalmor like a little crumb of power, and suddenly they're trying to undo reality. Just they're so genocidal. They want to rewrite reality so that humans and all other non-elven races cease to exist. You've got the Dunmer, who refused to give up slavery right into, like, the Third Age. Currently, where we're set right now, there's still slavery going on, even though it's against the law and the rest of the Empire. Wood Elves are grotty little fucks who eat people. You know, you have the Empire, you know, mostly human-led, sure, but this, like, it's unrealistically, egalitarian. I mean, walk around Cyrodiil and you've got Argonians and Khajiit and Orcs and all this. It's like, it's actually unrealistically non-racist, to be honest. So basically, what I'm saying is, the only good bug is a dead bug, and the only good elf is a dead elf. That's my stance, and I'm sticking to it. Funnily enough, orcs tend to be functioning members of society. Yeah, ask your average orc how life is on the Somerset Isles after the Thalmor takeover, versus, like, under the Empire. Fucking, oh no, we're trying to bring back our Aliad culture that the humans destroyed. Oh yeah, well, why did we destroy it? Why did we destroy it? Why did we destroy the Aliad culture? Fucking knife ear. The answer is because they were slavers. Yeah, elves suck. In your opinion, then, what does Elder Scrolls offer that's different to other fantasy worlds, other than interactive simulation element? If a Fallout-esque TV show were made, what would it be like? Genuinely good question, and I don't know if there's a good answer for it, because I don't know. I don't know if there's enough to appeal to non-Elder Scrolls fans that a TV show could really hit on, because like I was talking earlier about, like, what is there about Dragon Age that appeals to me? When it comes to Elder Scrolls, it is the immersive, big open world, be who you want, do what you want kind of aspect. Beyond that, there's interesting stuff in the lore. I do genuinely like the sort of Daedric Lord lore and all that.
This is a holdup.
Go away. Splash. So, like, what would a TV show be able to do if it was to make its own original story? I don't know. Spooky ghost. Oh shit. Right, let me sort out my second screen here. I've still got the Way Shrine map up. Would you... How did you even get down here? I had to go under the water to get to this ruin. Fuck off. I can't move at the moment. I'm currently cursed. Is my 100 gold really worth it? Hey. Kitty cat. Jesus. Could you behave? Hey! Going after my external hard drive. The hell? Sorry, this is very distracting. What are you doing? Yeah, go in your little box. I knew he was going to follow you. All this for a bit of gold. Like, I suppose you could make a TV show out of, like, any of the individual games. Morrowind could make a good show. Oblivion could probably make an alright show. I'm not so sure about Skyrim, if I'm being honest. But I don't think that's really what people would want. I think they would want an original story. But then at that point, it's just going to be like... You don't have the make your own character element to it. You're just going to be doing like a generic fantasy show. I really don't know. I think it's not really a good idea. Making a TV show based in Fallout, in Elder Scrolls. I suppose, depending what they plan to do with Elder Scrolls 6, if they aren't going to like resolve the Thalmor issue, which is still left hanging from Skyrim, a TV show kind of following multiple character perspectives, like someone in the Dominion, someone in the Imperial City, like different races around around the continent, and you could kind of resolve that storyline through a TV show. I'm kind of thinking similar to Elder Scrolls Online, how you have the three different storylines depending on which faction you join, which alliance. You kind of do something similar and tie it into an existing game that way. Or hell, do a TV show set during that era, because you have those different factions going on, and you could definitely Game of Thrones it in that way. This cat is being a right menace right now. Behave. Up the arse. For me, the appeal is personality over lore. That's what draws me into fictional worlds, the vibe and whatnot. And what I hope is my stuff offers something unique. I mean, there's a point. Yeah, if you can make some really interesting characters, just some really fun characters in Elder Scrolls show, you kind of do whatever you want with it. You can make any story. You can have it be about the Thieves Guild. You can have it be like, based on the Dark Brotherhood or something. Like just make the show about them. Right, you fucking behave. You're constantly going after the things on my shelf. Apologize to chat for disrupting the stream. She say nothing. She has nothing to say. Disrespectful. Rude. Devious. Rabble-rousing slanderer. Like with James Cameron's Avatar, the story is not much to write home about, but I love the earnest hearts on the sleeve sincerity of it, you know? That's an adorable cat, by the way. It sure is, when she isn't being annoying. If I was playing this game with a controller, I could play it with her on my lap. But mouse and keyboard, it's a bit harder. She will just wriggle through. She fell asleep while I was playing Fallout 76 a few times, as I play a controller with that. Oh, where are you? Oh? What? Can you guys hear? Do you want to come through and talk about it? Guys, the red weddings just happened. Could you guys hear? Just from next door, I just hear, oh no! And now she's cry laughing. I told you, everybody dies. Oh, fucking hell, this is getting tedious. I think I'm actually starting to run out of all. Yeah, I am like out of all arrows. This is fantastic. Why is this game like this? Genuine fucking question. I have to ask this every goddamn week. Alright, you're free to go. Go see what Mum's yelling about. They are dead. The Red Wedding was just unfair, like the whole fucking show. I hate that show, but I'll say somehow made the they somehow made the Red Wedding worse in the show than what it was in the books. It was horrible there. Maybe it's hard to really capture how visceral it is on page. The combination of the sound design, the music, the tension, it could just be built up in the show in a way that the book doesn't necessarily capture. I'm a little hungry, I guess. I'm probably going to stop streaming soon. Wait, how long have I been streaming for? Oh, not even 2 hours. She needs some time. Do you want to come through? We're all talking about it. Okay, fine. She hasn't showered. She doesn't want to be on camera. Yeah, we're not fighting anyone else anymore. This is getting ridiculous. They are dead. Red Wedding actually shows the different sensibilities between showrunners and George R.R. Martin. Martin hated writing the scene. They got the show and just... They got the show made just to make that scene. You think the showrunners reveled a bit too much in... Yeah, they definitely... I'm answering my own question here. They reveled too much in the shock factor. Like, George obviously, you know, wrote the deaths when they happened. But I don't think he did it in a way of like, haha, this'll sure throw those readers through a loop. This'll make people hate me. He got hate mail. He got tons of hate mail after killing off characters like Ned to begin with and in the Red Wedding. It's like, I am never going to read your books again. But I think from his point of view, it was like, this just makes sense. This seems like the logical conclusion for this particular character to bring the story forward. You know, he wasn't writing it so that people would pick up the next book specifically. But yeah, the showrunners definitely reveled and really played into the whole nobody's safe, anyone can die in this show. Which obviously isn't true. You can't actually have a TV show where, like, anybody can die at any time. Because, like, you know... But your entire main cast are just dead by, like, the second episode. And there's like, alright, well, now we're going to follow, like, the janitor in the background. Yeah. The characters who die have obviously been set up to die. This needs a key. Right. Guess there's something on this body then. Sir Amiel? No! Sir Amiel was a member of the Knights of the Nine, a holy order devoted to recovering the relics of the Crusader. Through reading his journal, I've learned the location of their former headquarters, the Priory of the Nine in West Weald. Once I've recovered the helm from the Shrine of the Crusader, I should proceed to the old Priory. The helm of the Crusader is located in Pelinal's Shrine. Hated writing is a bit weird, like somehow the outside force squelched his pen against the page. Well, I think what he means is, like, he's obviously, if you're a writer, you're going to be attached to these characters. But even if you know that this character's fate is ultimately going to be, well, they're going to die because that's going to propel forward, you know, this other series of events and blah, 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 doesn't mean you necessarily want to kill them, though, does it? You know, I can understand this. Even just based on the little writing that I have done, and head writing that I haven't ever actually typed out, but in my head I've killed off characters in the books I've never written, and been like, oh, but I like that character. I still think they should die, though. Daenerys and Arya became horrible psychopaths. Sorry, I better be careful what I say. Spoilers. We were meant to cheer. Martin, as much as I don't care about the rest of his series, was trying to warn us about vengeance and entitlement. Yeah, hoy. Like, when it comes to Daenerys and her character's ending, it's not her actual fate that bothers me. And I don't think that's really what bothers anybody. It is entirely just how we got there in the show. Like, I'm sure the book will handle it better. In the show, it just kind of seems like, you know, she's definitely in the right, she's definitely in the right, she's definitely in the right. Oh no, now she's gone a bit wacko. Ah, Hitler. It's just a very, very sudden turn at, like, the very last hurdle. What's going on here? It would seem to be a dead end. I don't want to fight a zombie. I mean, now hold on. I could probably just get up there, because I'm acrobatic as fuck. Well, okay, I don't know what the proper way to go was, but, that worked. Goodbye. Can't see him writing Arya serving up people in a pie as a fuck yeah motherfucker fist pumping moment. And you summed up the Daenerys thing perfectly. Yeah, you're saying, like, you don't think George would be writing it in a way that we're supposed to be celebrating gruesome, vicious murder for the sake of revenge. That's quite right. Okay, what the fuck are we doing now? We've got the helm of the Crusader. Crazy cat! Fucking ran into my leg there. Here we are. It looks like shit. Everything in this game looks like shit. Alright, where are we? Come on. Ah. Another blank spot on the map. Doesn't help that Emilia Clarke is not that great of an actress. I will take no Emilia Clarke hate in this chat. I mean, she's not a great actress, but I still like her. I like her especially when I found out, like, she literally lost, like, a chunk of her brain. Either very shortly before filming Game of Thrones or very early into Season 1. She had, like, a major fucking condition affect her. I can't remember what exactly it was, but yeah, she had to have, like, an operation. A chunk of her brain ended up being lost. Lost a lot of motor function for a while. Nope. Ragdolled. Wait. Okay, the only reason I was fighting her is because I thought that she had the gauntlets that I need. But for some reason, the one piece of glass armor I haven't found yet are gauntlets. Do they exist? Or maybe just for whatever reason they've not been added to the spawn list on NPCs. Did they ever find it? Let me fact check. Let me not fact check because I know it's true, but get you the details. She survived 2 brain aneurysms that struck just as Game of Thrones was starting. Yes, I accept your bloody... Yes, just let me read your bloody article. So when was this? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, had to have brain surgery. And at 24 years old. Blimey. Anyway, you get the gist. They did cast somebody else as Daenerys at first. I think you can still find the scenes. I want to say it was the scene in Season 1 where Daenerys and Khal Drogo are getting married and they're getting all, like, I think it's when she first gets the dragon eggs as, like, a wedding gift. So the whole scene is exactly as it is. You've still got Jason Momoa there. It's just there's a completely different actress in the hair and the dress as Daenerys, and I don't know. It's kind of hard now to see anybody else playing her but Emilia Clarke. But as is often the case, is it not? It's like try to imagine anybody else playing Indiana Jones or Luke Skywalker. It's not to say that nobody else could have done it, but we're just so used to that face. Brain surgery 24, what did I miss? Emilia Clarke lost a chunk of her brain just as Game of Thrones started filming. That's what we're talking about. Ooh. You know what? Fuck what I said. Lady survived through something horrible and got to lead a charmed life. I'm happy for her. Still hate Game of Thrones though. That's fair. I mean, by all means, I'm not saying, like, you can still say she's a bit of a so-so actress. I mean, she does have a certain way of performing. But, yeah. I like her. I hope she does well. I kind of want to to see her come back in some form or another as Kira in Star Wars. Even if it's in a video game or an animation. For those who don't remember, Solo, a Star Wars story. For those who still don't remember, they made a movie about how Han Solo got the name Han Solo. Nobody went to see it. And Emilia Clarke was in it. What? Kurt Russell was almost Han Solo. I did not hear that. What's going on here? To the Undercroft. Because we're just going through like one architectural style to another in this place, aren't we? You can kind of tell this was not their main DLC for this game. It was kind of a smaller expansion.
By the strength and guidance of the Nine, who comes before us upon this sacred ground, seeking
it's still Wes Johnson.
Of the divine crusader.
They could only get the one voice actor back for this whole expansion.
Step forward, adventurer, and face us each in honorable combat.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
For the vows we fail to revere in life, we shall uphold in death. No unworthy soul shall lay hands upon this sacred artifact.
Yeah. Fuck's sake. I don't have any ammo. Okay, the arrows don't bounce off. That means I'm actually just going to run out.
Where are you?
Okay, let's use what we have, I guess.
Face.
Who are we fighting next? Is it this one? This one.
Sir Gren, you are defeated. Sir Casimir, step
Oh,
forward.
no, okay. I can't tell which one I'm fighting at any given bloody time. Fuck's sake. This is just beyond frustrating. Do we have anything? Nope, we don't. No ammo, no arrows. Right, who am I fighting? This one. And I gotta wait for him to not be facing me, because when I notch an arrow... Yep, never mind. I'm trying to get some stealth hits so that I can have a chance of succeeding at this. This one. Okay. The perfect 180 right as the arrow landed, so it doesn't count. He's gonna take all my arrows with him. Thank you. Have you considered using your vast fortune to buy more arrows? I started this stream with 140 steel arrows, which takes a big chunk of carry weight. You can't carry unlimited arrows in this game. If you could, I would just have 999 of every type of arrow.
You have bested Sir Casimir. Now face Sir Ralphus.
Fight for me.
Slave. Feed me, Lord.
Useless. Agreed. Fucking hell, Wes is just doing cheeseburger voice.
You have fallen. Step back and let the
Alright, how are we doing? Not great.
continue. Sir Henrik, come forward and prove yourself.
This guy? That was my one arrow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, surely you can finish him yourself. He was low health. There we go. Good job.
You have overcome half of us, and yet you remain standing. Perhaps Sir Caius shall test your fruit.
Caius Cosades.
Showing
Almost there.
you show a fury of faith that I've not seen in centuries, but now you face Sir Junkin.
Junkin. Sir Junkin.
I'm Falcon.
Look who we've got here.
There we go. Sneak attack. Finally. He's still alive.
You have lost, Sir Junkin.
How are we doing? We've got... we're almost there. Almost there.
Show the challenger the ferocity of the North. Oh!
Sneak attack. Sneak attack. Sneak attack. There we go. Now we're down to our last 5 arrows, is it? Yep. Eee. Oh, are we done? Hey.
You have stood against
Oh no,
the
I'm still gonna
Knight
fight
of
this
the
guy.
Nine. The final test is upon you. Ready yourself, Sir Knight, and face me!
Was that it? Are we done? Nice. Got a little hairy towards the end there. We have exactly 2 arrows remaining.
100 years, none have stood against us and lived.
Uh-oh.
and claim what is yours by right. May your faith be true. It's my pleasure. One of the mightiest. Unfortunately, he and I did not see eye to eye on certain. You completed the quest that I could not. I'm glad that my death at least served to lead you here.
Okay.
Good day.
I defeated the ghostly guardians of the Curious of the Crusader. I can now claim it for my own. I should talk to the ghosts of the former knights and see if they can aid me in my quest to find the remaining relics. Or my laptop could run out of battery and I can end stream. One or the other. What is it? This is light armor? How does it... Oh, actually, that's not... it's slightly better defensive value. It's actually not too bad at all. Fortify Restoration 6 points and resist normal weapons 15%. I'll consider it. Right, I suppose next week we will do the rest of this quest. This quest line, DLC thing. Fight big John Elf man, I think, at the end. I never actually finished this. And then after that, we're gonna complete the main quest, I think. Battle of Bruma. Okie dokie. Just because I'm only wrapping up fast because my laptop is on 0% battery and I don't have a adapter for it right now. So, plus we're going to be having dinner soon. So, thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Okie dokie. Ta-ta and farewell.